Welcome back, welcome back. We're in the playoffs. Playoffs? I'm talking about the playoffs? I am talking about playoffs. I would like to look at the points leaders before we get into this. Before we get into things, let's see how people did in the season. Bolton, 69 points, 37 goals. Goodness. 32 assists. Ryder, Duhem, 39 goals, 28 assists for 67 points. Kairu had 54. Stroma had 54. Kotkaniemi, 20-goal season. Nice. 53 points. It's all right. Roslovic, 48. Dubois, 46. Sergachev, 44 for a defenseman. Hello. Fabry had 40 with 21 goals. Also pretty good there. 30 points for Colin White. Palmieri had 26. Why not? Ben Sherratt had 17. Let's take a look at our goalies. How did our goalies do? Allen was 30, 19, and 8 with a 909. Goodness. Vanacek, hello. 16 wins, 7 losses for a 930. Buddy. We got it for Vanacek. We got him for 5 more years at $2 million. I think we may go with Vanacek next year. I think as our primary. Goodness, he had himself a time. So you know, let's take a look at around the league a little bit. Let's go check out. First, we'll take a look at Calgary and see how T-Bone is doing. Actually, we'll go to Winnipeg first. We'll see how Fects did before we go on too far. Because we eventually want to get to Colorado, our opponent. But let's take a look at yonder Winnipeg Jets. Fects, how you doing? 44 points in 82 games, 25 goals, 19 assists. He's rated an 82 for a 20-year-old. Third line scoring winger. He's going to be pretty good at hockey. He's already in the They're in the playoffs. One game playoffs. One game, and then he's got a goal. Scheifele leading the way with 81 points. Wheeler had 38 goals. Goodness. All right, let's check out Calgary. Calgary Flames. How did T-Bone do? Where are you, T-Bone? T-Bolton. 63 games. That's weird. Full career stats? There you go. 63 games, 9 goals, 3 assists, 12 points, -10. 112 penalty minutes. How did he do in the hits department? I want to see that. 83 hits. That's pretty good. Rated 81, top 4D. All right. Way to go, T-Bone. All right, let's look at our opponent here, the Colorado Avalanche. Actually, before that, let's go with the entire league. Let's see who did what in the NHL. Entire league. McDavid led the way with 107 points, 45 goals. Draisaitl had 48 goals, 106 points. Eichel had 54 goals for 93 points. Kucherov had 57. Goodness. Okay, who led the way? It's probably Kucherov. Yeah, Eichel. Ovechkin had 51 at the age of 37. Draisaitl had 48. Crosby 46. McDavid 45. McKinnon 45. Matthews 39. Kane 43. Ryder Duhem was our highest, tied with Austin Matthews, although 10 points shy of him. It's pretty good though. 10 points shy of Austin Matthews. You know. Ryder's picking up steam. Alright. Now, let's take a look at Colorado. Actually, goalies, sorry. Goalies. Some are good, some are bad. Goalies. Anyways. Vasilevsky, 45 wins. 916 save percentage. 41 for Ullmark. Halibut had 40. Snackard, Packard, 39 wins. Buddy. 919 save percentage, 247 goals against average. He's pretty good at goaltending. Starting goalie, starter. I swear he was in like the AHL last year, and then he like breaks out. Goodness, good goalie. We're gonna have to face him in the first round. That's gonna be tough. All right. All right. Well, I think we should do some hockey. What do you think? Just check our lines here. Make sure everybody's playing who should be playing. Bolton's a little hurt. That's okay. I think they may have adjusted some of the way chemistry and stuff works. I definitely don't want to do that. Is Kotkaniemi a better decision? No. Okay. We'll stick with that the way it is. Is why not Ben Sherratt better up there? Yeah, let's do that. Sanheim with Gouli. Is there any other option? No. We're going to stick with that. That's good. Alright. Good. Good. Last thing we got to do is it's the playoffs. So, we got to adjust our ticket prices so we make the monies. Because you know what? The owner likes the monies. So we'll go to game tickets. Suggested is higher. So let's go with that. Now we can do this. Now we can play some hockey after all that biz is done. Here we go. I guess we should have taken a look at the playoff brackets, but I got a little excited. All right, first period. Crank it up to 8 times. Let's rock and roll, see what happens. McKinnon puts one in on Vanacek. Vanacek's in net for some reason, although he's a pretty good goalie. But Bolton comes back and puts one in on Snackard Packard there. Dubois scores. Power play goal. To end the first period. Very, very good. Very good. All right, Kyrou puts one in on Packard. 3-1 lead. Oh, but Devin Taves comes back. Brings it close. The narrowest of margins, folks. Oh, thanks. I just got it today. And it's, how's it going, Fects? I just showed your guy. You got 1 point in the playoffs so far. Winnipeg's in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. Lethbridge is facing Snackard Packard and the Colorado Avalanche. It's true. Well, this game here has decided to go to OT, and because it's the playoffs, it's continuous OT, so let's find out what happens. 20-minute period. Oh, of course. Oh, wait. No, there's still a third. There's still a third. Calm down. Settle down. Well, you don't have to calm down, because, like, Duham and Lavoie and White just scored. We don't need OT, potentially. I'm not going to count my chickens. I'm a Leaf fan. They blow leads all the time. But Dylan Strome says, let me throw in some insurance for you. All right, there we go. That was better. That was better. By the way, the jersey is number 15, and I'll see if I can turn around here. I'll see if I can turn around. It's hard to see, but hold on. I'm kind of in a corner, so I can't turn that far around. But you know, it's Melody Daou. Played for the gold medal women's team in the World Championship that just passed this year. So I saw these jerseys in their bloody fire, so you know I had to get them. Like, even look at the sleeves, man. Look at that. That's just so dang Canadian. I can't even. Beauty. Anyway. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I want one of those jerseys, man. But it was like, it was costly. And then they had a sale. They're like, hey, we're selling them for 20% off or something. Do you want $50 off a jersey? It's like, I do. So then I kind of had to go for it. All right, 3 stars. Nathan McKinnon, for some reason, after his team lost 7-3, is the first star. 2 goals and 1 assist. Sergachev 3 assists. Bolton has 1 and 1, and he gets the 3rd star. Not salty about that at all. All right. I didn't look at the playoff brackets before we started, so we'll take a quick look at that. Here we go. All right, so Lethbridge facing the Avalanche. We've already established that. Winnipeg is facing the Blues. The Oilers are facing the Kings. The Canucks are against Chicago. Dude, we have a Canadian team in all 4 of those matchups. That is awesome. On the other side, not so much. It's the Canes and the Penguins. We have New York versus Detroit in an Original 6 matchup. And in another Original 6 matchup, it's Toronto versus their Dragon, the Boston Bruins. Although they might have beat them in last year's simulation when they won the Cup. That's right, the Leafs won the Cup. The sky has fallen. Anyway. Should be a pretty challenging team this year again. And Tampa is facing Washington. They're up 2-0. So there we are. Let's continue our series against Snackard Packard and the Colorado Avalanche. Alright, crank it up to 8 times. Let's see what happens with this one. With the yonder Colorado Avalanche. Vanacek is in net again. Susie scores 1, but then Bolton comes right back again on Packard with 1. Strome puts another one in on Packard. Don't let this fool you. Packard is a very good goaltender. We saw that with the stats just before we started the playoffs. We went through it, and holy crap, he's good. Alright, end of the first. Let's go to the second. Little power play for Colorado there. We killed it. Very nice. Watching the time just melt away with our 2-1 lead. And Colorado's obliterating us in shots, but that's okay. Because we're winning in the goals department. Ryder Duham puts one in on Snackard again. Guys. Fantastic. Ooh, power play for Colorado. Can they make this interesting? 5 minutes left. Alright, hold on. The music is kind of killing it. There we go. Oh, buddy! Buddy! Oh, he's probably getting all the heat, but it's just not his fault, man. Vanacek's like on fuego over here. 32 saves, 1 goal against for the victory and the 1st star, and then Bolton and Duham also got 1 and 1 each. Ooh, we're up 2-0. Oh, but why not Ben Sherratt? He is out with a little bit of a concussion there. I don't think you want any of a concussion, a little bit or otherwise. Let's see what we got in the chamber here. I guess we're putting Roy in. Does Roy fit better with anybody else? Hold on. Kind of want to put Lindbergh up there. Okay, we'll get the... Does he fit better here? No, okay. Oh, I have 2? How do I have 2 Matt Roys in? Hold on. Oh, we're gonna have to do this. Can I scratch player? Scratch play. I don't know what happened there. Yeah? Alright, hold on. Back the trolley up. Scratched. Alright, we gotta put Vakanainen in. Ooh! He's ugly on that line. There we go. Let's get Roy in there. There's gotta be a way to smooth this out. Vakanainen, what are you doing, buddy? I guess we go with that, and then Roy better there. Ooh, ugly. So Vakanainen is not moving from that line. Alright. Hopefully that's okay. Let's check the special teams for a sec. Power play. It really does. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright. Well, you're never in trouble until you lose at home. Alright, let's continue. You're never in trouble until you lose at home, and Colorado hasn't lost at home yet, so let's not get on him too much, but let's see what happens tonight. Let's load up this business and see what happens. First period. They're going to be coming back with a vengeance, man. They're not good. They're not going to go silently into the night, this team. Although Kotkaniemi scores on the power play, makes them pay once again. But Landeskog comes right back. Vanacek's been all over the goal in this series. I'm minutely surprised, but that's okay. Alright, alright. First period done. Nothing settled. Let's go into the second. Mika Rantanen puts one in. Tyson Jost, short. Oh, shorty, buddy. That's tragic. But Bolton comes back and says, we are not out of this one. But Yarn Crook is like, you know. Landeskog? You know, let's check. I have to check afterwards, but we'll go look at the lineup again. Or we can look at the lines, depending on if I've scouted him or not. That's the other problem. So let's get into the third period there. Sanheim puts one in after Devin Taves. Evgeny Malkin, legendary Colorado Avalanche, apparently. They're doing to me what I did to them in Game 1. That's what this looks like. Power play. Nothing happening. They got another one. Is it going to be 7-3? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. 6-4. Well, it wasn't ugly, but it was ugly. Evgeny Malkin 1 and 2, Yarncroc 1 and 3, and A. Newhook, whoever that is, 3 assists. Okay. Well, that was a bludgeoning. That was a redemption for their first game, I think. And Travis Sanheim is injured. That was a hard game for us. That was a hard game. Do I have Carlson still? No, I gotta bring him up. Alright. We'll put the Butte in for now. And let's bring up Carlson for a little bit here. Carlson or Cuckoo? How does Cuckoo fit? Not very good. Carlson? Mildly better, I think, so we'll bring up Carlson. Let's go to edit lines, best lines for the AHL. Alright. After we fix this, we'll go take a look at Colorado's lines. Defense. Let's put Carlson in. Yeah. Now, is there a better... Ugh! It's like a least worst scenario here. Alright, we're gonna leave this, because, like, I don't wanna mess that up too much. Oh, switch to the AHL for some reason? Hello! Alright, there we go. Advance a day. We'll take a look at Colorado's lines in a second. Alright. If I can see it. If I can see it, because it depends on scouting, right? If I can see it, we'll take a look at his lines. Or his overall. Colorado Avalanche. Hello? There we go. Okay, we see him as an 89, but you'll notice that there's the little, like, binoculars. So I only have about like 3/4 of a take on him, but we see him as 3/4, 3 out of 4, we see him as a first-line forward. With he's an elite player. So that's kind of how we see him. This is more for sure. You can see that most of his stat categories are either 4.5 or 5 stars. That means you're good at hockey. And most of his stats are in the 80s, if not 90s. So dang. It's variable. It could mean he's slightly better or slightly worse, but it's pretty close. I would say based on the number of 80s he has in here, he's probably at least an 86, 87 at the minimum, and he might be an 89. He could be up to a 90, 91. But it is variable, just so you can't assume one way or the other, right? Unless you scout him, because we could scout him, and then we'd know for sure. But that'll take a bit of time. McKinnon, we know he's rated a 94. We've got 4 binoculars on him, so we've got a full taste of what's going on. You look at his stats, we know exactly what's going on. Holy crap, he's good. Look at his skating category. It's not an 80 or below to be seen. Goodness. And like his contract, ridiculous. They're going to have to pay him money next season, which is interesting because did they have Rantanen's deal in there? They do. Rantanen is making $925, and he's slightly lower. So you can imagine that Nathan McKinnon's going to be getting paid. Landeskog's making 7 over 7. What did they pay Gino? 8-1, buddy. But I think it's just for 1 year. Yeah, it's just 1 year. So they'll have that. They'll have that cap space. Who's this new hook? First round 16. First round in 2019. Holy crap. More assists? Dang. Who do they got on defense? Gerard, Cale Makar, of course. Demers, Devin Taves, Bowen Byram's just hanging around down here, in the third pairing for some reason. And Susie. Goalies, here we go. You ready for this? Snackard, Packard. He's an 85-ish. 1 win, 65 saves. His save percentage in the playoffs is not as good. If you look at his season, ridiculous. 39 wins, 21 losses, 919 save percentage, and a 247 goals against. That's his numbers in the AHL were even dumber. Like, look at that. That was just stupid. 212. 220 or 922. He's good at goaltending. I don't think you saw Fects earlier, so let me just whip down here for a second. Winnipeg. There we go. 82 overall, 20 years old, mind you, sir. 3 goals, 2 assists in 4 games in the playoffs. Elite medium potential, currently a third line winger. Them stats look good. He may be a good hockey player right there. But he's kind of doing well in the playoffs. 5 points in 4 games. Hello. All right, let's see if we can throw some more pucks at Snackard here. Ramp it up to 8 times. Let's see what happens. Fire up the good stuff. Ryder Doom puts one in on Snackard. Under 5 minutes into the game. Shots be even. Shots be even. All right. All right. Not a whole lot happening in the first period. Landeskog puts one in on Vanacek. But Fabry comes right back. And gives us the lead once again. Way to go, Fabry. Way to score on Snackard. This is a much more even game. It's weird how it was like uneven game, close game, not close game, another close game. It's very much a playoff series, it feels like. Roslovic puts one in. A little bit of insurance there. Somebody called Manulife. Paquette puts one in. 3-2. Looks like we got hung up on. Evgeny Malkin puts one in. Oh, goodness. Here we are. Tied with 5 minutes left. But Lindbergh, our draft pick that we moved up for, gives us the edge. The young defenseman, Lindbergh, puts us ahead for the win. Stranglehold on the series. If Lindbergh isn't Dubois the first star with 2 assists, not the guy that won the game with, Anyway, Landeskog 1 goal, 0 assists. Malkins gets tossed in there in the losing effort. I don't know. Maybe they just threw them some pity points. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Whatever. All right, let's go to the next game. Let's see how the other series are doing. Edmonton is done. They cleaned up LA and left. They're like, we're going back to the tundra. So we're up 3-1. The Jets are down, sir. Maybe that trade could happen if they liquidate in a fire sale there. Edmonton goes through. Vancouver's going through. So far, the only Canadian team that hasn't fired it up on that side is Winnipeg. The Carolina Hurricanes are up 3-1. Detroit's beating New York 3-2. And guess what? The Leafs are tied. Capitals are up 3-2 on Tampa. I'm good with that too. All right. Let's see if we can finish this snack and move along. Who knows? Anything can happen in these series. Snackard could go like stand on his head and then we're done. You never know. Paquette puts one on Vanacek. Susie puts one in. What's happening? Pardonnez-moi. Alright, second period. Can we, oh boy. Newhook puts in a power play goal. We're sinking. Titanic time here. Can we don't call it a comeback? We've been here for years. Can we do that? Oh gosh. Evgeny Malkin. Roy says, I'm going to bust a shutout at least. We still got a period. Still got a period. It ain't over. Although there's like a bunch of coffins with nails lying around right now. So, Oh, Ryder. Can we make this Carlson? Can we make this interesting? Pull the goalie. Oh. Comfer puts in the dagger. Like Wraith, just puts in the dagger. Newhook, buddy is killing us. Comfer 1-1 and Carlson. Carlson gets called up. I know. We almost did it. We almost wasted him. But I figured they're not going to go quietly into the night. They're a pretty good team. Slightly better than us in wins. Although we had way more like overtime losses for some reason. I don't know. Here we go. Can we close this sucker out? Like the Toronto Maple Leafs of this past year in real life, we have 3 chances to do it. Lord knows as a Leafs fan, that's like still a heart attack waiting to happen. Some people believe 3-1 leads are safe. I don't. Man, our shot total's a little anemic here. Going into the second period. Oh gosh, Bowen Byram puts one in to take the lead. Off the wall there too. Power play for Colorado. We killed it. Another power play for Colorado. Apparently we're just, we're just handing over the game. Come on. Goal scoring. Let's go. There we go. Vakanainen puts one in to tie it up at least. There we go. The shots are pouring in for us. Somebody finally Ubered him, but Evgeny Malkin, goodness. Oh my gosh, Gerard! Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Game 7. Brutal. Just brutal. Just brutal. Well, we know it's not Ryder's fault. He's got 8 points in 6 games. He's doing everything he can there. All right. All right. Leafs are going to 7. That's pretty much an annual tradition. All right. Can we do this? Little power play for each of us. Some more for Colorado. They went back for seconds. Goodness. Check your Apple Watch. Check your heart rate. Goodness. This is a rough one. Oh man, they're gonna run this to the wire, ain't they? The longer this goes. Oh, power play for Colorado. Another power play for Colorado. Stop getting penalties. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Newhook. No.
Snackard could go, like, stand on his head and then we're done.
Are you kidding me? Buddy, we just totally leafed it, man. We blew a 3-1 series lead. Snackard, the revenge of Snackard Packard. Vanacek, not his fault, man. 34 saves. Snackard with the shutout. That's just clutch. Gosh. Well. Because it reminds me so much of, like, every playoff series I've watched for years with the Leafs. It's just so much hope, and then it just fades away into darkness. Gosh. Well, they beat Boston here in this fake world that I've invented. But all right, we're gonna express lane this sucker. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry, the Jets are out too. Things went sideways for us, Fects, man. They went sideways. But let's see how the rest of this played out, and then I'll call her an evening for NHL. All right. Cause my wife just got home, so we're probably gonna eat dinner. But I do want to see who wins the cup, and who also gets the draft picks, like the first overall pick and all that stuff. Looks like it. Oh, the Washington Capitals have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, our coach won the Jack Adams. And the Oilers have fired their coach. Our coach gets blown, like, he totally loses the first round after having a 3-1 lead, and then gets the Jack Adams. Like, who knows? I don't even know anymore. There we go. Okay. Calgary, who drafted one of my custom players last year, T-Bone Bolton, they won the they won the first overall pick. Seattle jumps from 7 to 2. Minnesota goes from 1 to 3. Buffalo, eternally getting screwed, goes from 2 to 4. Hamilton goes from 3 to 5. Montreal drops, Vegas drops. Everybody else drops. Moncton stays still. And then all the way up to 17 now, I guess, because there's 33 teams. I can never get people happy with concessions, even if I make them cheaper and everything. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the awards. And we'll also look at the playoff bracket. So, we'll look at the playoff tree first and see how it all fell out. All right, so the Avalanche went on to face the Blues and torched them. Edmonton went on to face Chicago. Chicago beat. I thought Vancouver went through. Anyway, I was wrong about that. But then Chicago beats the Oilers, and then Chicago sweeps the Avalanche after the Avalanche swept the Blues. Anyway, and then Chicago went on to the Stanley Cup. On the other side, New York and Carolina took on each other. Carolina won to go to the conference final. The Leafs lost in 7 games to Washington. Seen that in my life too. And then Washington goes on to beat the Hurricanes to go to the Stanley Cup final and win their second cup in a few years. Very nice for Washington. I mean, at least it wasn't the Avs. All right, let's take a look at the awards. Stanley Cup champs. See, there you go. Look, the Toronto Maple Leafs 21-22, previous cup winners. They actually did a thing. It's amazing. All right, those are the conference championships. Let's look at the individual awards. Connor McDavid doing McDavid things, wins the Art Ross. Hart Memorial goes to Draisaitl. Letang wins the Norris for some reason. Good on Letang. Lady Byng goes to Kane. Snackard Packard, Calder Trophy winner. Yeah, I think so. Very good. Samsonov wins the Conn Smythe. I guess he was their goaltender. Vezina goes to Halibuk. Halibuk looks just scary in a lot of his photos. I don't know. Pedersen wins the Jennings. Bill Masterton goes to Oleksiak. Our coach Cutler won the Jack Adams. Very nice. Selke goes to O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay goes to McDavid. And the Maurice Rocket Richard goes to Kucherov. Those are your awards. That was the playoffs. Unfortunately, shorter than I would have hoped. The next time I do it, I'll do this thing. We'll go into the draft interviews and the entry draft. We'll be drafting later, so we got to find a good pick. But, you know, doing okay. At least our franchise is progressing for now. We'll see where it heads from here on in. But that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, Fects. Appreciate every minute you spend with me on these streams. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Have yourself a good one.